Hello my good friends and welcome back. My name is Heavy Elite and as you probably know, I'm a competitive Smash player. So, before we start the whole video, let me actually do the, ad thing and everything is fine. Subscribe to my channel if you want to stay updated with me as a competitive player, is also with whenever I do stuff and videos in logically. Also, if you want to follow me on Twitter, I would appreciate it. It's also the same for Discord. And if you want to catch me live, I actually play several games on Twitch TV/Heavy Elite with an under stretch down. So just saying. Anyways, as you can probably see, this is also my new layout. I forgot to tell you that, but the credit for that one goes actually to Annie for real. I cannot link too much about her. I will definitely link her Twitter if you want to have a really cool, sexy looking outfit like this one. And also, don't forget, just subscribe if you feel like subscribing. So, let's start with the controversy. Let's start with the whole thing. As you can probably see, I have right here a few things to talk about. First and foremost, this picture is very well crafted, even if it's not like the real eyes of Mythra, as you can possibly see here. I actually like the outfit and how he draws her, and this is really incredible detail and stuff. So follow also Darkalord. He's a really good creator and an artist. I love this art piece. Definitely follow him. Super Smash Bros. Ultimate's Pyra and Mythra abhorred by haters of sex appeal. I have questions for that one. Being a popular video game franchise that also has a strong Western following, Super Smash Bros. Ultimate has naturally summoned a storm of anger amongst a certain sect on social media, as the delightful Pyra and Mythra were labeled as another instance of women being sexualized, despite the fact that they wear more clothes than in their original game. I will definitely go and try to find art pieces right now for them. So let's see. I just found where we have actually access to both of them. So this is like Pyra and Mythra. This is the artwork which I would show you right now. This is the best one I can show you for Pyra. Another one for Mythra. Let me just see. It's a really, yeah, I will take this one for instance here. So you can definitely see this is the original artwork. And on the right side is actually the censored artwork in both situations here. Pyra has definitely a really, not actually too sexy. I mean, she has a mini skirt. I would almost call it a hot pants situation here, and kind of sexy stockings. In the original, this is the censored version, so that you know, the censored version literally is a little bit changed, because on her thighs in the Smash Ultimate render, she has like red stocks, or most likely the whole armor for the knees actually goes up to her hip, which is incredibly cool. And this side area right here is actually free, so that looks more like this. But of course with here this part specifically clothed up. And then we have Mythra, and Mythra in my opinion was way more sexy when it comes to the whole critical design, you know. As you can probably see here, the whole chest area and the shoulders are bare free. And of course, because she wears something like a miniskirt, miniskirt similarities are there, and therefore also has free thighs. So, and they changed it in the censored version. So, yeah, really tuned down. So, while some Smash fans are disgruntled over the introduction of another sword wielder into the child-targeted mascot, the here I actually would say the usual feminists, not like the typical feminists, but the usuals, you know, types were quick to label the new character as sexualized and contributing to real-life objectification of women. Some even blaming the harmless character designs as being responsible for so many Smash competitive players being child groomers and sexual deviants. What? To be clear, Pyra and Mythra weren't announced back in the times where this whole thing happens last year in summer. Just saying, so that you are up to date. It happened last year in summer. That is literally half a year away. No one could have seen coming that Pyra and Mythra would be added into the game, and no one could have seen coming if they were or were not in, the censored version. We assumed it if they would come, but yeah, that is the case. It's not the case that this grooming was taking part right now. It's like literally half a year away. Other individuals brought up the fact that there are male characters in the game who are sexualized by being shirtless, but as always, it was deemed as perfectly fine by some in comparison to the burkified outfits of Pyra and Mythra. So what they mean with burkified is just they closed as much as possible up. As you can see from this design here and here, it is definitely totally clothed up. Yes, you definitely see her, kind of still sexy outlines, but in the end it is clothed up. Nothing is revealed. Some of this deluded comments make on Twitter that most of the world will likely never see acknowledge. Another trash addition to Smash Bros. Rather than listening to the fans and adding classic Nintendo fan favorites, Sakurai instead adds his personal fetishes and more sword fighters. It's not funny anymore. Fire Sakurai now. No. I don't want to see this man ever fired from Nintendo at all. He literally made my childhood. He literally made me love the characters that you see on the screen right now. Not like Pyra and Mythra specifically, but all the characters here on the right side, as also over there on the left side. I really like the idea of Kirby games, and he is the he's the grandfather and father and builder of Kirby games. I do love Kirby games. I actually play Kirby games as much as possible, and as much as I can tell you. So, now comes the next part. People trying to make Pyra and Mythra the most hated Smash brother characters. That isn't a part of Fire Emblem. Truly shows that Smash fans do hate women. There are many comments that actually clarify that Pyra and Mythra are not really to be, they definitely are kind of sexy when it comes to the models and stuff. I agree. But the point is, we do have sexy male characters like Sephiroth, like Richter. We could also say, depending on how you feel like it, Simon, you could also say characters like Shulk, who is definitely shirtless in one skin. The same goes for Sephiroth. Is that actually fine by you if you can objectify a male but not objectify a woman when it comes to the sexiness of them? In my opinion, I'm a literal patriot when it comes to gender equality. If you are a human, you're a human, and I don't care how you look like. Why even hate on them anyway? The game is still fun to play. Plus, I'm pretty sure that... Okay, this was a stupid comment because definitely no other character has like more cleavage showing, or actually more like boobs. The point is, Zero Suit Samus, for example, is almost half naked. Let's see Zero Suit Samus. Let me just show you. Zero Suit Samus. So we have the literally like the whole suit thing here. I think it's more like this is kind of funny. You get the gist. I think you get the gist. You're intelligent enough to understand what I mean. And then we have, of course, this outfit here on a Smash Render character, which is, in my opinion, also kind of sexy and overly sexualized. Here again, that is, I think it was from Smash 4, but still the whole argument is still the same. And here is she in Smash Ultimate. Let's just check it out. It's just the Smash Ultimate render. A sports bra with hot pants. I mean, definitely looks kind of sexy. I must admit it. But still, it is sexy. But no one actually complains about that one. Kind of strange, don't you think? But yeah, the whole argument goes on for literally pages. Pages! Mythra and Pyra's absolute horrendous, not to mention sexist designs are the main reason I am displeased with their inclusion in Smash. What? That doesn't even make sense. Just because they look sexy, you are displeased with the inclusion? Why? This one is actually brilliant. Brilliant, you know, in various ways. My feminist guilty pleasure is cleverly, overly sexualized characters like Bayonetta. That clever. She literally gets naked in Bayonetta 1 and 2. Specifically on the PlayStation 2. Specifically on the PlayStations, you know. I'm just saying. She gets literally naked. That is not clever. That is definitely overly sexualized. But she complains about the implementation of how Pyra and Mythra look. Do you get the double standard here? I do get it. But Pyra and Mythra in Smash, these are literally two of the stupidest designs in the history of industry. There's a way to do this, but this isn't. Yeah, what? And including like a pay. What? Let me be honest. I think I actually like Pyra and Mythra, how they were censored. And to be honest, this is, in my opinion, really, these are two definitely really, really good things right here. Also, for those who don't get it, these two things are literally, these rings are literally from these two figurines that were released in a few years prior, you know. Pyra, Mythra, so that you actually get it. Let's see if we can compare them. You know, the stance where Pyra is in, kind of looks definitely like it, don't you think? And kind of like it. Actually, things definitely showcase that. I'm not sure why there is something bad with it. I think the design of the censored versions still look fine. Yes, they have boobs, but don't get me wrong, the boobs were like way bigger in the original design, like for real. No joke about that. Growth won't affect the life in significant way. Character with female. I mean, the fiction character doesn't make it more real than anything. Say something so stupid, actually counter-arguing about your own comment. The treatment and sexualization of women in Smash community is already a problem. Yeah, I do know that. I definitely know. I have seen comments and Twitter tweets from specific female Smash players who get literally touched in areas for a greeting. I do disagree. That this is not there's definitely something that you shouldn't do as a human being. If you want to greet someone with a hug, then greet him with a hug, her with a hug, and don't actually touch a bum bum area or something. It's just like, in my opinion, that's not right. But that is a specific other topic that doesn't actually realize the whole term of sexualization of a woman in a video game. It is totally totally fine to have an overly sexualized male character. I could be offended by that, you know. And then comes the argument, yeah, if you feel offended by it, then do something about it. Yeah, but if I actually overly sexualize a woman, and a girl or woman is literally offended by it, I cannot say, then do something about it. I mean, the argument still is the same. This is the whole same also with Twitch, when actually blind people cannot see something on Twitch because they are blind. They can listen, but they cannot see it, And then the whole Twitch community was going bonkers in removing this term blind run because it is offending people who are blind. They are not offended by it. From a million people who would possibly be offended by the word blind run, doesn't mean that, let me be honest, from a million people, there could be one individual that could feel a little bit offended by it because he couldn't see or cannot see. The same goes also for people who are actually not able to run, like people in a wheelchair, people who have broken legs, people who don't have legs, They could actually be offended if someone actually says the term, I do running, I do go run outside and stuff, I do my 50 meter marathon, 50 kilometer marathon and stuff. Someone could be offended. That wouldn't mean that the word does hurt feelings. I hope you get what I mean. So whatever, let's go on. They're way more stupid. This is actually one of my favorite players in the competitive scene, Isam. Isam is a wholesome creator on YouTube, specifically when it comes to Smash content. He's a really, really wholesome content. Yes, he has his own opinions, and that actually makes him stick out a little bit. And he has this to say. Every time we discuss issues involving how women feel in the scene, it reminds me what people prioritize over the feelings and safety of women. The objectification of Pyra and Mythra thing today started because a woman felt offended or felt uncomfortable by a thumbnail that was blatant objectification. Just because she saw something on Pyra and Mythra, she actually assumed she should feel uncomfortable. If I would tell you how much of a stupidity this is, I mean, in my opinion, this is literally stupid. So, and one of his answers, or one of the follower answering here is, the whole point is to desexualize women, and that is all caps, It's not like he tapped the caps button. He just felt like I need to scream it out, and this actually makes the whole comment more stupid. The whole point is to desexualize women literally existing. People find shirtless men hot. This is true. People find shirtless women hot. That's also true. That should be it. I don't get the argument. Women should not be sexualized because their body is a bit bigger. What? What is it that you don't get? Women should not be sexualized for their basic anatomy with clothes on. Women should not be sexualized for wearing clothes. Women should not be sexualized by fucking gravity. How are you gonna fucking compare that to a literal half-naked? What? The more I read these comments on Twitter, the more stupid I get. I think we could call this a whole new disease. We should call this a whole new disease, literally. We should call this disease something like Americanification, It is literally like, I mean, there is no cure for stupidity. I do know that. I'm not calling him specifically stupid, but the comment that he does make is kind of stupid. It doesn't make any sense at all. I mean, people who actually, we find shirtless men hot. It depends on the it depends on the man. Let me be honest. But if I would be shirtless, no one would actually think I'm hot. I do get it, and I'm not offended by that because I see myself the same. If a shirtless woman is hot, it also depends on the same woman. It depends if the woman is attractive or not. If she's not attractive, then it's not hot. The same goes for me. If I'm not hot, no one would care about it. That should be it. No, this is not it. Because if you objectify male and you think this is okay, this is the point where feminists actually win. This is the whole point of winning arguments without doing anything for stupid shit like that. This comment doesn't make any sense. I do agree we shouldn't sexualize women and men in real life. I do not objectify a woman to what she is. She is a woman, and if I find her attractive, I'm not saying anything because I'm a gentleman, A gentleman, he literally takes everything in and just says nothing. I'm not staring because I'm just like catching some glimpses, and if I think the girl on the other side definitely looks kind of sexy in what she looks and what she dresses, I'm not saying it straight out. I'm not actually saying, I'm actually enjoying beautiful women. I'm also kind of enjoying beautiful men, but this is another point. I'm not like bi, I'm not like homosexually, but I'm definitely enjoying, as a heterosexual man, I'm enjoying beautiful women. So, what I don't get is the whole comment here. Women should not be sexualized for their basic anatomy. With clothes on, clothes off, whatever. Okay, let's go on. I think you get the gist of it. Anyone and everyone gets away with it. If we want to keep sexualization away from Smash because it's a kid game, that has to be pertain to thirsting over the shirtless male alts and jokes about Steve Steak too. You're allowed to do like shirtless Sephiroth just as I am. Allowed to like Pyra and Mythra. It's not okay to call me a problem for liking them if it's okay for you to like Sephiroth. I love and care about and respect Pyra and Mythra with my whole heart. I'm not going to hide it that I think they are attractive, but I'm no less of a person for thinking this. I'm excited that my most wanted character in the woman that I adore is in Smash. Let me actually start on this comment specifically anew, because he's like literally using a few more terms and key tweets. Anyone and everyone gets away with it. If we want to keep sexualization away from Smash because it's a kid's game, that has to pertain and to thirsting over the shirtless male alts and jokes in Steve Stakes too. You're allowed to like shirtless Sephiroth as just as I am. Allowed to like Pyra and Mythra. Alright, this is like the continuation. Just as I am allowed to like Pyra and Mythra. It is not okay to call me a problem for liking them if it's okay for you to like Sephiroth. So this is like what he's literally saying, this Twitter here. The point is, if you're a girl and you like shirtless Sephiroth, I am allowed to like Pyra and Mythra too. And I'm not liking Pyra and Mythra because they look how they look. I like Pyra and Mythra for the story, but I actually talked about this over several videos already, why you should definitely play and give Xenoblade Chronicles 2 a try. Pyra and Mythra with my whole heart, and I'm not going to hide it. I think they are attractive. Less of a person for thinking this. I'm excited that my most wanted character, the woman I adore, is in Smash. That's all. I've always found her extremely cute and attractive, but that's not the only thing I like her about the slightest. I'm serious about this because I had to endure joke after joke about the good boys and girls translation for so long, and now, once my dream comes true, people magically think all I ever wanted this was the tits and act like I'm much less than a human for being happy. Objectification and sexualization, man, is 100% a problem, no matter how much you try to say it isn't. It's a problem because it has normalized itself to a point where the stigma that is there surrounding women is just not there for all men. He's right. I actually think those are valid points. The whole argument, if you actually sexualize Sephiroth or Shulk, is totally given. It's also there. We can see it in the game. People actually drool about these two characters being sexualized. But if the censored version of a female character goes into the game and we sexualize it, or actually want to it sexualized, but Nintendo doesn't allow it, then that's something we should burn on the stake? Why? Anyways, the take is obscenely bad year. Being able to say Minecraft man holding a steak joke is the exact same as providing over making your YouTube thumbnail are the exact same. Is something you can only say as a man who's in the effect. Oh my god. This guy, girl, whatever, actually didn't get the point. Gender doesn't matter. Counterpoint, it does. No, it does not. Say it because Pyra and Mythra already sexualized. These jokes get made for characters dressed like this, and it does not matter what they are wearing. Yeah. As you can probably see, the whole situation is burning down to... It's like the 3-camp campaign against Pyra and Mythra, why they were added in the game. First, it's not the sword fight. The first camp is literally the sword fighter that we don't want. The second camp is another sword fighter. The third camp is they are too sexy. My whole point is, I actually say, yeah, I'm agreeing that we have like a little bit too much of sword-based characters. They are kind of anime. I'm not about this anime part. It's more like I don't care about this anime part at all. It's just like, I must admit it, I'm literally sitting here and thinking about various stuff. I'm a competitive player. As I told you, I play King DDD, and King DDD is definitely a worse pick against sword fighter based characters, sword based characters, which is simply not really a matchup that I like, to be honest. But I also knew that Pyra and Mythra would come into the game. I did know that because Sakurai never denied it. I also made a tweet about this. Let me see if I can find the tweet. Give me just the possible find the tweet. Twitter. So my point was, let me books. Now here, notification. The tweet that I made was like right here. So my tweet that I made was, where's my tweet? For those who actually thought Pyra and Mythra would never make it into the game, into Smash. Statement by Master Hero Guy is like a little callback to a funny joke that I've heard one day. Because Mr. Sakurai never said it. They never said that they would never be added into Smash. The statement was like, they didn't make the cut saying they could come into the future. So that was the whole statement, and I actually watched several reaction videos where this whole section 2018 came out, where they said, oh, Rex didn't make the cut, I'm sorry guys. But that doesn't necessarily mean that they are not able to come in as separate characters. I'm so happy because now I can actually soon enjoy the character that I really wanted into this game. And to be honest, after this character, I think the game is complete, at least for my sake. I have every character I could bargain for. I have every character I could wish for. And to be honest, I couldn't care less about any other addition to the games. I would celebrate them, and I would actually say, yes, those are the characters that the fan base wanted. And to be honest, I'm happy for those who actually already got their characters. Like, Persona fans got Persona Joker, like Heroes, Dragon Quest fans got like Dragon Quest. I'm actually happy that Banjo and Kazooie made it into the game. They definitely felt like left out from prior games. And I'm also really happy for those who actually enjoy Fire Emblem and actually said, I wanted to have Byleth, and they have no Byleth. I'm happy for the fighter games who actually said, I love my Ryu, I love my Ken, I would wish I had my Terry. Bam, they got Terry. I'm happy for those guys too. I'm actually also happy for the ARMS characters representation. I'm not really happy about like Min Min, because in my opinion they could have also added, a twin tail, but that's another story. They were both pretty popular, so whatever. And on the other hand, I would say I'm also happy for those who wanted Steve. I'm not agreeing that I liked him and I didn't like the reveal trailer, but I'm not saying that he didn't fit into game after this few months we got him. And the same goes for Sephiroth mains, who actually wanted this character since I don't know how long, since the days Cloud was announced. And like, they finally have their hands on a really, really cool villain. He's not the best villain, because there are some arguments about him literally floating around that he wouldn't be the best representation of a villainous character. There were better ones, like for example Kafka. I agree, Kafka would be a better implementation, or also X-Death, but in my opinion it is at least something that you can enjoy. So therefore, I hope you enjoyed this a little bit long video, I do know that, but in the end I needed to talk a little bit of this over-sexualization of Pyra and Mythra, if it's true or not. And I would state my overall statement: no, they are not overly sexualized. They have sexy bodies, and that is true, but they are not sexualized or objectified. I mean, despite the fact that they are figurines, so you could actually argue they are objectified, but in the means of appreciation instead of I want to keep them for myself kind of stuff. Kind of strange what I'm saying here, I know. But overall, I'm happy. I'm definitely happy for Xenoblade Chronicles fans. I'm definitely happy for myself, because I wanted these two characters in the game, one way or another, with Rex or without Rex. I'm happy that it is without Rex, because I would have said it would be a shame to see them always lingering around in the background. Lingering around in the background. Yeah. In the end, I would say the Nintendo Direct is another different story. People didn't like it, and it's 500 days, so let's wait the next 500 days. I don't know. But yeah, I would definitely say Pyra and Mythra fit into the game. The rendering looks awesome. We don't need to talk about that one specifically. I mean, we could, but yeah, I think the Smash rendering for Pyra and Mythra is incredible. Let's go over and appreciate it again. There's the rendering. This is like the character pictures. I want to see the Smash models. There we have Pyra. Where's Mythra? Smash renderings. There they are. This is the Smash rendering for Pyra and Mythra specifically. Yeah, definitely, in my opinion, a plus in my books. They look pretty damn good. Pyra still looks really, really cute and adorable, while Mythra looks, in my opinion, pretty hot. So there's no doubts about it. They have to show. I was hoping that Mythra had like the back free outfit, but we don't get it, so I'm fine with that too. And Pyra actually gets it, kind of now. I don't know. But anyways, I'm also happy for all the characters that show up in the stage's background. Grams. I'm thinking most likely the stage will be called Azudora, but this is the original name of Grams, but you don't know that until very late in the game. Looking forward. I will do a reaction video, or actually a reaction towards Mr. Sakurai explaining stuff with my pals. Looking forward to this specifically. It should come out this week. I don't know. Stay tuned anyways. So as always, thank you for watching. Hope you enjoyed this video. Hope you actually agree or disagree. I want to have a little bit of a starting discussion here. And in the end, it's just a game. Just keep it as that. It's just a game. This argument of sexualization, wrong character, right character, anime sword fighter, in my opinion, is not too much right now, because people who actually didn't want to have another sword anime fighter agree that Pyra and Mythra definitely fit in the game. and they actually Xenoblade Chronicles 2 fans. And some actually would argue it's not the fighter that I wanted. Like, funnily enough, Zora from Kingdom Hearts is also Dante from Devil May Cry. So this whole argument is kind of stupid. But yeah, whatever. For my sake, I would say I'm over and out. Thank you for watching. Clip to the subscription. I would appreciate it. Follow me on Twitter. Follow me on Discord. Follow me on Twitch. Twitch TV/Heavy Elite. And we'll just see us again. See you later. See you soon. And don't forget, stay home, stay safe, stay heavy, but way more important, stay elite. Bye.